From the voice of a legend to a legend with a cue.
I actually went to watch Doug Mountjoy in his first year as a professional snooker player when he'd taken the game by storm, and Doug got to the final against Ray Reardon, and it was the best snooker I'd ever seen in my life up until then.
A year later, Davis reached the final against former world and Masters champion Terry Griffiths.
17.
His third year in the final. He's won it once. Saw it drift away on the first occasion, and now, with that little sip, seeing it drift away again for the second time. Steve goes 1 point ahead. Just requires this final black.
23. 30.
An extraordinary young snooker player, 24-year-old Steve Davis, who over the past 14 months has taken no fewer than 13 titles, and finally has the one he wanted, the Benson & Hedges Masters title.
Remarkably, 6 years passed before the Nugget made the final again, this time against Mike Hallett.
He's played extremely well this tournament, and I think he's going to give a very good account of himself in this match as well.
The commentator's curse. Davis won 9-0, the only whitewash in Masters history.
He's given his opponent no chance whatsoever with his brilliant putting and safety play. He's shown us all exactly how to do it. Steve Davis, for the second time in his career, becomes the Benson & Hedges Master, this time in 1988.
And when you're sitting in the chair as a snooker player, in some ways, it is the cruelest game in the world, because your opponent is stopping you from playing. You don't get equal shots at the table. And for that reason, a whitewash is a sad event in one respect, but it's also a great achievement in another. And I was always able to look at it that way. And if you did the job on somebody that well, it was a statement.
Third and unexpected call on stage came after a gap of another 8 years. The old master faced the so-called new boy, who was in his third final in a row. 95 champion, 96 runner-up, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
17th frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
O'Sullivan had dominated the match to lead 8-4, first to 10. The Davis comeback left the sellout 2,500 audience trying to decide who to shout for, the old hero or the new one.
So after all we've seen today, we're down effectively to a best of 3.
One.
For Davis, the incredible dream could be over, but the wake-up call suddenly went on hold.
Was a little awkward.
30.
And, with the rest,
O'Sullivan.
there's always a little more difficulty, but I really didn't expect him to miss that.
Well, I'm not sure if he can get past the green. I don't think he
31.
intended to leave the cue ball there.
Thirty-two. 50. 56 in the frame.
O'Sullivan decided enough of this.
One.
It all looked on, but one it was.
Well, I think the pressure is definitely starting
Thank
to
you,
tell
gentlemen.
them.
And Steve Davis, 1982, 1988, was coming home in 97.
$25. $13.
Steve Davis is going to take home a cheque of £135,000 plus £15,000.
To beat Ronnie O'Sullivan in 1997 was possibly, arguably, one of the highlights, if not the highlight of my career. I actually felt a genuine sort of enjoyment on people's faces that I'd actually sort of achieved something that I wasn't supposed to achieve. And what better venue and better tournament